Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, you're welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell as well. Thank you so much. So in my last update about my hard nose, Atharv joined hand with Keshav in order to destroy the Deshmukh family, and Kalyani got to know that there is poison in the house that can kill everyone. And the story begins on how Anupriya came back home and met the dead bodies of the family, and from there we started having story inside story. That was our last update. Let's continue from there. Malhar asked Kalyani to say it and says that no poison can be spread through datura flower. Kalyani says thank God because she was scared, and Malhar applies ointment on Kalyani's hand and asks her that why is she looking at the phone, and says that this is Kalyani's generation problem. Kalyani thinks that she cannot tell Malhar about what is going on, else Anupriya's life will be in danger. Anupriya was in Keshav's captivity, and Keshav asked that why did Anupriya jumped off from the van and it would apply ointment on Anupriya's wound. Anupriya says that she doesn't have any relationship with Keshav, and Keshav takes the rod and he was about to eat Anupriya, but he eats the bags that was kept with Anupriya instead. Keshav tells Anupriya that Anupriya has nothing to do with Atharv's family, and he is the only one with Anupriya now, and he is also stubborn, and he will definitely kill the Deshmukh family and nobody will be saved, and he applies ointment on Anupriya's foot, and Anupriya asks Keshav not to harm the Deshmukh family. Back to the present. Anupriya cries and tells God that she always wished for her family well-being, and she asks that why did God do this 2 hours before. Madam asked Kalyani that what happened to her hand, and Sampada asked Kalyani if she did not tell Madam about her injury, and says that Moksh is heavy now, so Moksh will sit with Sampada for the prayer instead of Kalyani. Malhar says never, and says that Kalyani will sit for the prayer with Moksh because he has taken out the thorns from her hands, and that is why Kalyani and Moksh are so compatible, and he will sit together with Kalyani and Moksh as Kalyani's husband, and Malhar holds Kalyani's hand and everyone were shocked, and Madam asks Sampada and Atharv to stay away from them. Kalyani comes to the storeroom and thinks if the poisonous item is in the kitchen. Sampada comes there and eats rod on Kalyani's head and says that if she cannot sit with Moksh for the prayer, then Kalyani cannot sit with Moksh as well, and Kalyani falls down near the Afan logs. Madam asks that where is Anupriya, and she says that the man left the shivling at home. Satak says that he will see where Anupriya is. Atharv tells Sampada that nothing would happen with small games, so they will play big games now, and he wants to know how the Deshmukh family will feel when they come to know that Anupriya ran away with her lover. Anupriya managed to untie her aunt and finds Keshav coming there, but she pushes Keshav and asks him to let her go. Keshav tries to catch Anupriya, but Anupriya locks the door and escapes. Kalyani gains consciousness and finds the wood log smelling the same poison, and she thinks that the Afan wood has the poison in it, and whoever inhales the smoke is in danger. Anupriya got to a public booth and calls Kalyani, but Kalyani's phone was not answered, and Anupriya then calls Malhar and tells him that the family members' lives are in danger and someone is trying to kill them all. Anupriya says Kalyani and she, and just then, Anupriya sees Keshav and hides, and Malhar was shocked hearing what Anupriya said. Back to the present. The neighbors calls the ambulance and says that Atharv and Sampada are not there, and they don't know where Kalyani is. Atharv and Sampada comes inside and they were shocked seeing the family's members' dead bodies. Atharv tells Sampada that everyone are dead, but he just lets Keshav comes inside to take Anupriya away and not to kill the family. Atharv moves back and he collides with someone. Sampada finds the camera there and asks that who kept the camera there, and Malhar says that he was the one that kept it, and Sampada and Atharv were shocked. It turns out that all the family were faking death, and they all stand up shocking Atharv and Sampada, and the neighbors were also shocked. The whole family acted as dead bodies' ghosts and laughs all together, and Atharv and Sampada falls down shockingly. Malhar says that they are all alive, and Anupriya asks Malhar if the whole family are truly alive. Malhar says that he doesn't have any other way rather than doing this act of faking death with the family. A flashback shows Malhar talking to the family members, and he tells them that they have only one way to make Atharv speak the truth. Madam's husband asks that what do they have to do, and Malhar says that they have to act to be dead after eating the poisonous food, and they have to make Atharv speak the truth. Madam says that they would all support Malhar, and Satak asks that where is Kalyani. Malhar says that Kalyani must be with Anupriya and that is the only way Mok should be alive, and the flashback ends. Anupriya tells Malhar that she felt as if someone took her heart and says that God heard her prayers and she is happy because there is nobody in this world except the family for her. Malhar beat Atharv and the neighbors ask Parvar that why were the family acting to be dead, and Parvar says that it must be Malhar's plan. Malhar says that he is Atharv's father in games and he has recorded Atharv's statement and he asks Atharv to tell him the truth. Malhar says that Atharv will go to jail surely, and if Atharv hide anything from him, then Atharv's punishment will be big. Sampada was at Atharv's side and Malhar asked that who was that criminal that Atharv hid in the house. Anupriya asks that where is Kalyani, and Malhar says that but they thought that Kalyani was with Anupriya. Anupriya says no and everyone were shocked. Malhar asks Atharv that where is Kalyani, and Atharv thinks that he will not say anything because Malhar has no proof against him. Atharv says that he will not tell Malhar anything because even dog will not ask for that recording that Malhar has recorded. Malhar arrested Atharv and says that he is going to search for Kalyani now, and he asks him to check his bone sizes. Kalyani was running with the Afan wood and she remembered knocking on the door to take the wood out, but the door was locked and she thinks of how to save everyone's lives, and she looks at the ceiling. Then she managed to get out of the room through the ceiling and she sees the Afan wood fire burning. Kalyani thinks that nobody came for the puja till now, and she thinks that she will throw the wood away before anyone comes there and inhales the poison, and the flashback ends. Kalyani was still running on the road asking the people to move away. Dogra Prasad, that is the dog, barks and Malhar asks Parvar to open the rope on the dog because Dogra Prasad wants to take them somewhere. On the road, Kalyani shouted that the smoke is poisonous and she asks everybody to move away from her. Anupriya thinks that where is Kalyani, and she cries and she thinks if Kalyani came to know about the poison, and Anupriya thinks that Kalyani must have risked her life to save everyone. Malhar, Parvar and Madam's husband follow Dogra Prasad, the sniver dog, to look for Kalyani, and Kalyani goes past Malhar, but she did not see him. Sampada cries seeing Atharv and says that Atharv would have told everything to Malhar about Keshav, but Atharv says that Malhar wouldn't have believed him, and the matter is that why is Keshav angry with the Deshmukh family, and why is Anupriya not telling Malhar about Keshav? Anupriya sees the temple and asks God that why is he giving her pain by snatching her parent away from her during her childhood, and God also gave her an uncaring husband, and she will not let God snatch her daughter away from her. Kalyani coughs and thinks that she cannot walk anymore, inhaling the smoke, and she sees a cave and thinks to keep the Afan bowl in the cave away from the people, and she comes inside and coughs a lot due to the smoke, and her condition got worsened. Keshav comes there following Kalyani and he sees Kalyani inside the cave, and he remembered following Kalyani, and he keeps a big stone on the way so that the cave passage will get closed. Kalyani asks that who is there, and she asks the person not to close the passage. Keshav thinks that Kalyani has saved her family, but how will Kalyani save herself? Because nobody would know that Kalyani is in the cave, and Kalyani would suffocate in the cave and she would die. Kalyani knocks on the cave blockage stone and she shouted for help, and Keshav says that there will be no daughter for Anupriya now. In the cave, Kalyani fainted and she falls down. Anupriya tells God in the temple that if God snatched Kalyani away from her, then God would have to see her anger and tears, and Anupriya keeps her hand on the arrow in the temple. Malhar, Parvar and Madam's husband comes near the cave, and Malhar thinks that where the Dogra Prasad wants to take him to. Dogra Prasad barks near the cave and Parvar says that Kalyani is not there because they have searched everywhere. Madam's husband says that they should go and not waste any time, but Malhar says no because Dogra Prasad wants to tell him something, and there is something in the cave for sure. Dogra Prasad barks looking at the blockage passage, and Malhar moves the grasses away and then sees a big stone, and he asks Parvar to help him move the stone. Parvar and Malhar move the big stone of the cave and they cough due to the smoke coming out. Malhar asks everyone to wait there and says that he will go inside the cave alone. Malhar goes inside the cave and sees the unconscious Kalyani, and he asks her to get up, and Malhar lifted Kalyani up and takes her outside. Anupriya rushes home and sees Madam asking the doctor if her granddaughter will be fine, and she asks Kalyani to get up. The doctor says that they cannot say what happened to Kalyani and from where the poison came into her body, Anupriya asks the doctor to treat Kalyani and says that her daughter is courageous and nothing would happen to her daughter, and Anupriya runs out and calls Keshav. Malhar tells Atharv that he is very angry now, and he asks Atharv to tell him where he had missed the poison because he will kill him, but Atharv says that he doesn't know anything about the poison. Anupriya calls Keshav on the phone and asks him to tell her where he kept the poison because she is ready to do anything now. Keshav asks Anupriya to meet him face to face if she wants to know about the poison, and Anupriya says okay, she will meet Keshav, but Keshav should tell her where the poison was. Keshav says that if Anupriya wants to know where the poison is, then Anupriya have to leave that family and she have to come with him, and Anupriya was shocked. Keshav asks Anupriya to come with him forever, leaving Kalyani and the Deshmukh family, and Anupriya agrees and asks Keshav to tell her where to come to, and she will come. Anupriya was going to meet Keshav, but Dogra Prasad owed Anupriya's sari in his mouth, and Anupriya asks Dogra Prasad to let her go and says that Kalyani needs the dog most, so the dog should be with Kalyani, and Kalyani's bad condition was shown. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching till the end. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it, don't forget to share it, don't forget to comment, and please subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.